What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA playoffs, Wednesday, April 17th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, who do we have at the point guard position? I like Ricky Rubio from the Utah Jazz playing the Houston Rockets, who have the 9th best defense overall. They give up the 5th fewest fantasy points to opposing point guards. Ricky Rubio scored 31 fantasy points in his first game of the playoffs, averaging 28.7 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 28 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. Ricky Rubio is $5,700 DraftKings salary. He's $800 more on FanDuel, projected at 29.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.2 times value. There's an implied total of 213 points in this game. This is a fast-paced game, and Ricky Rubio played 31 minutes last game. Ricky Rubio hits 5 times value 58% of the time at this price, so I like Ricky Rubio here versus the Houston Rockets. So our DFS tools for MLB baseball are now live and working. You can click on the MLB tab to change sports and check the tools out for baseball. They're really helpful. They're going to save you guys a ton of research time. Remember, we added projected ownership, and that will be updating throughout the day as injury news changes. We also added the fantasy points per minute stat here for each player, and we also added a stat that's new to the industry. We call it the hit percentage, and it's the percent chance this player has to hit value at his current DFS salary. And you can access all these new stats even on mobile devices by tapping the dash rank icon. Okay, who do we have at the shooting guard position? I like Luke Kennard from the Detroit Pistons playing the Milwaukee Bucks, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They give up the 10th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Luke Kennard scored 30 fantasy points in 27 minutes in Game 1 of the playoffs. He averages 17.6 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 23 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. Luke Kennard is $4,100 DraftKings salary. He's the same price on FanDuel, so I like that price on both sites. Projected at 19.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.7 times value. I liked Luke Kennard in the first game, and I like him here again. There's an implied total of 212 points in this game. This is a good matchup for Luke Kennard, and I'm expecting him to get extra minutes in blowout run. There's no way that the Detroit Pistons can hang with the Milwaukee Bucks, so you should see Luke Kennard get run out there. They're going to need him for his scoring to try to get back in the game. So I like Luke Kennard here versus the Detroit Pistons. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, who do we have at the small forward position? I like Gordon Hayward from the Boston Celtics playing the Indiana Pacers, who have a really good defense overall, and they're really good defending opposing small forwards. Gordon Hayward scored 28 fantasy points in 30 minutes in Game 1 of the playoffs, averaging 24.3 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 26 minutes per game with a 19% usage rate. Gordon Hayward is $5,300 DraftKings salary. He's $1,100 more on FanDuel, so I love that DraftKings price, and I'm not sure if I'm going to play him over there on FanDuel. Projected at 24.5 fantasy points here tonight, he's going to need about 26 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. So Jaylen Brown is $5,000 DraftKings salary. Eric Gordon is $48 DK salary. I like Gordon Hayward at $53. but I don't like him at 64 over there on FanDuel, where you can get Jaylen Brown for 4,400. So there's a big difference in pricing between the two sites. It's important to see the price on the other site, and that's one feature that we have here in Draft Dashboard that makes it really easy to identify who's over and underpriced. So I like Gordon Hayward on DraftKings here versus the Indiana Pacers. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, who do we have at the power forward position? I like Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks playing the Detroit Pistons, who have a really good defense, but they're not full strength. Giannis scored 55 fantasy points in 23 minutes in the first game of the playoffs. Giannis averages 57.5 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 33 minutes per game with a 32% usage rate. Giannis is $10,500 DraftKings salary, projected at 58.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.6 times value. There's an implied total of 212 points in this game. This is a home game, a fast-paced game. Milwaukee Bucks are going to destroy the Detroit Pistons here. So there is some blowout concern for Giannis. You can see he put up 55 fantasy points in 23 minutes. And for just a little more, you can get James Harden. So I don't mind playing either Giannis or Harden. Harden feels a little bit safer to me here, but I think Giannis has bigger upside in this matchup. If this game can stay competitive, Giannis could have a ceiling game here. So I like Giannis Antetokounmpo here versus the Detroit Pistons. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Rudy Gobert from the Utah Jazz playing the Houston Rockets, who have a good defense overall, and they're pretty good against opposing centers. Rudy Gobert scored 40 fantasy points in 33 minutes in Game 1 of the playoffs, averaging 41.6 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 32 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. Rudy Gobert is $7,800 DraftKings salary. He's $1,600 more on FanDuel, so I love that DraftKings price. Projected at 40.7 fantasy points here tonight, that's 5.2 times value. I just find it hard to pay up for Drummond because who knows what's going to happen in that game. At least with Rudy Gobert, you get a little more security knowing that he should be out there for all 4 quarters. So I like Rudy Gobert here versus the Houston Rockets. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.